got a silver spoon in his mouth, you know.
He's talking shit right now. He's yelling across the...
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Catchweight Division, powered by Affordable Auto Care. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 219 pounds. He trains at Marty's Martial Arts and is sponsored by Hilltop Fitness and Alchemy Training. Joining us from East Moline, Illinois, Chris Swanson. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall and weighed in at 194 pounds. He's sponsored by Steelhead Tavern and Slept Fightwear. Joining us from Rock Island, Illinois, Stephen Camp.
Chris Swanson in the red corner, Stephen Camp in the blue corner. Your referee for tonight's action is Ben Wilson, Jeremy J.D. Dorsey, Sean West, and Zach Mickelwright here tonight on commentary. Let's watch some fights.
Got Swanson in the traditional black trunks and Camp in the traditional white trunks.
Both debut fighters coming in a little bit under control, man. That's always impressive to me.
You know, you really, one of my tricks to see composure is you really, you look at their mouths, and I see Steven's mouth hasn't even opened up. That means I take that as good cardio sometimes, because you're breathing through your nose instead of gasping for deep breaths, you know. Right. So
yeah, for sure.
Could be in great shape. Good throw. He took a hard punch.
That's a usual Floyd Mayweather thing.
Yeah.
If his mouth is still closed, you ain't rocked him yet.
Right, okay.
Good knees being traded in the clinch here.
That one landed, though.
Maybe should have got his hair braided beforehand.
Yeah, I see hair on the back of Swanson's neck.
Yeah.
Can't throw those single leg kicks. You got to set them up. Swanson's hunting for that right.
A little long with that right hand. You should try to shorten it up, straighten it up a little bit better. Here, Camp's got to tuck his chin. Well, he's out now. Should have tucked his chin and got his chin cleared before he's trying to move or anything like that.
Nice takedown there by Swanson.
See here on bottom Camp, he's working the closed guard. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that
not
in
anymore.
MMA.
No. You're losing the fight there. If your legs are closed, you're letting your opponent know you're not opening up to be dangerous. If your guard's nice to your feet, you got to get to your feet.
No, he might not get this feet, but he created a good scramble, and he can get up from here. You know,
he's got to just stand straight up and put his butt on that cage. Walk his butt straight back to that cage.
Yeah, with the inexperience from both fighters.
He's reaching in on the single.
He's got to get his head on the inside. He's got to circle to his left a little better. Now he's given up. Yeah, the crossface there. He could have went for a guillotine there too.
Coming up on the end of the first round here.
Right a belly down there. Now he's just got to keep working to get up.
Pretty good first round.
First round, yeah.
Yeah, good scrambles.
Both debut fighters.
It's been everywhere. So.
I'd say that's a good first round for a first fight for both of them.
For sure.
Yeah, like I said early on in the fight, I'm kind of surprised at how composed both of these guys are. Usually you would think that, you know, you got two guys coming in, they've waited a little bit, they come in a little bit reckless, but no, both of these guys were pretty composed and looking to sort of ease their way into the fight.
Yeah.
Looks like Swanson was having a little bit of problem with his glove. They had to retape it.
I'm trying to look at both their breathing patterns and see who's really struggling to breathe. But it seems like both these guys are well prepared.
Here we go, round 2.
He's got to set that head off that jab. Too high. Chin's too high on that jab from Camp.
Look, good for him though. He's got his hands up high. Swanson's got his hand, Swanson. He's got his hands a little low.
Yeah, Camp definitely swinging for the fences a whole lot. Like you were saying earlier, you're gonna have to shorten those shots up a little bit.
He's got to throw straighter punches. You know, he's got the looping right hand. He's throwing quite a bit. If he straightened it up, he could land it right on the button. Good jab. See, if that was a little bit shorter, that could have reached him.
You're hearing for Camp's corner to yell for combinations.
Coming up on 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the second round of this fight between Chris Swanson and Stephen Camp.
Camp's got to get an underhook here. He just gave up a takedown. Working for a sweep again. No avail.
He needs to really sit in the chair, sit back. He needs to get a left underhook. That's a great job. Great job.
Nice sweep.
Unorthodox, but it worked.
Yeah, and you know, anything like that, as long as you create a scramble that you're able to get up from, it works. You know, it might not be a sweep, it might not get Swanson to his back, but he's creating a scramble and he's allowing opportunity.
Swanson doing a good job sprawling right here. If he could stuff that head and maybe circle, that might help him take his back. But Camp needs I mean, I'm not a big fan of hanging on to that single, especially after you're flat like that. Unless you're going to change directions and maybe shoot to the inside, or maybe sit back to your butt and pull guard. Uh-oh, here goes the guillotine.
Nothing locked there.
Not in, nope.
Now, who do you give a round like that to?
You know what? I'd probably have to give it to Swanson.
Yeah.
He stayed on top.
Activity.
Yeah, for sure.
And so if you're Camp right now, what exactly would you think that his corner is telling him? I see we have one of the Burt guys in the corner for him.
You know, I would say like I've said during the rounds, that he needs to shorten up that right hand. If he throws straighter punches, you know, he could land good combos. Throw punches in 3s and 4s instead of 1s and 2s. Set up his kicks. If he's gonna throw kicks, definitely start him with punches. And if he's gonna shoot for a takedown, he's gotta circle. He can't sit underneath Swanson and just get stretched out. It's not good for him.
No,
And Sean, what would you say that Chris Swanson's corners are telling him?
Probably same thing. Do the same thing that he did the last round. Stop the takedown, let your hands go. It's a pretty even fight. There's just a few adjustments that either fighter could make to either win the fight or at least dominate the round.
And here we go with round 3. Chris Swanson in the black shorts versus Stephen Camp in the white shorts.
Camp is really reaching for those punches now.
He's got to move his feet with him.
And he's got to throw more than one.
Oh, good shot by Swanson there. Another one.
Hammers, hammers.
While Camp is, he seems to be more active. He's throwing more punches. He's not really landing, and Swanson is landing the better punches, I think, in those exchanges.
And then following with a takedown really is putting.
Yeah, he can get this.
Yeah, he's really solidifying
there
the
it
round.
is.
Yeah. Camp's got to stuff that head, get to his feet.
He's reaching back, you know. He's reaching back, and that's not a good thing. He needs to get an underhook on the same side and work to walk back up the cage.
Yep.
I mean, this is getting him nowhere.
Post on that left hand and that right hand and put your butt in the air and step back for your back to be against the cage. And you see his left arm, JD? That's just, now he's wrapping into the leg.
Right.
If he just posted on the ground and stood up with it and used it for leverage, but instead it's wrapped around the leg.
He needs to circle to his right, get his head on the inside, and work for this single leg takedown.
Yep. Unless that.
Yeah, and now he's getting himself in trouble.
And he'd take that left arm, on the other side of the hip. If he took that left arm and fired it through and was on the hip at least, he could turn the angle, maybe go in a different direction for the takedown, but.
The cage is there.
Yeah.
About 1 minute left in this fight that is scheduled for 3 rounds between Chris Swanson and Stephen Camp.
Swanson got his arm around his neck, if that's what holding him down. No, it's not there. Never mind.
See, he can get the underhook here, and that's what he needs to do. He's trapping the arm now.
The left underhook and then get free that right leg.
He can work for a Kimura here from the top, but he'd have to abandon the half guard and go to the side control.
Swanson's doing a good job on dominant.
He's smothering
top
him.
heavy.
He's not giving him anything. He's not giving him any room to move, any room to create a scramble.
No, fighting smart, very smart.
While the knees look good, he's still getting dominated.
And we're in 10 seconds. Final round.
Good fight from both competitors, but very nice debut fight from both of these guys.
I would have, in my opinion, I would have to give the fight to Chris Swanson. I think he sealed with the second 2 rounds. The first round might have been a little bit of a toss-up, but definitely the second 2 rounds were all Chris Swanson.
But as we always say, you never know when you send it to the judges, so we'll have to sit back and wait for Jason Vargas to come out here and let us know exactly what the judges have decided in this match between Chris Swanson and Stephen Camp. Went all 3 rounds, which is a feat in and of itself for a debut fight for both of these guys, man.
Yeah, that's a long time to be fighting for your first time around.
They're still tabulating the scorecard.
And you can kind of tell just by both fighters' posture that, Swanson, he looks confident. He's walking around, playing the music. Camp he's just in his corner, shaking his head, got his hands up on the cage. He's displaying that posture that he doesn't feel confident in the decision. I guess we're gonna see what happens right here.
Judgment time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to our judges' scorecard for this decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Chris Swanson.
Great show of sportsmanship.
Yeah, great fight by both fighters. I mean, debuts. What could you ask for? What more could you ask for?
Come on over here, Chris. There he is. Surprise. All right, I'm here with your winner, Chris Swanson. Chris, big showing for your first time in the Caged Aggression cage. Good, tough fight. How's it feel coming away with the win?
It feels a little undeserving, as probably a lot of people in here know that are in the fight game that I had a pretty bad weight cut. I missed weight. To that, I apologize to my opponent. There's no excuses for it. I would like to offer him a rematch at whatever weight he wants to be able to settle this the right way. And if he comes out with the W that way around, maybe we can make this a rubber match.
Very honorable. Well, you know, size advantage, size difference, whatever, out of the picture is definitely an entertaining fight. Was there anything that Steven brought to the cage that surprised you?
His chin. There were a couple people that were actually trying to question his stamina and his conditioning, and I kind of just wrote him off because we're both debut guys and really don't know a lot about each other. And I'll tell you what, I hit that kid with a couple clean shots, and he took him like a champ.
Well, like I said, definitely a very entertaining fight, all things aside. Would definitely love to see that one ran back again with things evened up. But again, all that aside, anything that you want to add, anyone you want to thank before I let you get back to the locker room?
I just want to thank all of my family, my friends. I went through a lot of stuff trying to get through this weight cut, and even though it was unsuccessful, I cut a lot of bit of weight. I probably bit off a little more than I could chew, but sometimes you got to be able to get your feet wet and know what you're doing. That way you know what you're doing wrong, you're doing right. It was just a great learning experience for me, and I hope I can get it right the next time. That way I don't give anyone else any disappointments.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for your winner and honorable man, Chris Swanson, ladies and gentlemen.